Hello guys. So today we will be dealing with few important current affair articles related to sociology, which is a part of our Surreal magazine for Sociology Current Affairs. So the very first article is about marital rape. You know, the issue has been in news since a long time. So when we talk about why marital rape cannot be criminalized in India, or why there has always been debate, is because marriage is always considered as a right to sexual union. Okay, so when we talk about marriage provides sexual rights of union of two, of a male and a female, and that is why when marriage is questioned on the basis of marital rape, it becomes really difficult to understand that if we criminalize, okay, if we criminalize marital rape, then it will definitely harm the structure of marriage, okay, the social structure of marriage. So when we talk about sociology, in sociology there are two topics of both the paper. The paper one, the topic is systems of kinship patriarchy, and paper two, challenges of social transformation, that talks about violence against women. These two topics broadly somewhere talk about the idea of marital rape and can be related to it. So when we talk about marital rape basically it's a violation of one's fundamental rights, okay, fundamental right to life, that is article 21. Okay, it's written here, okay, it's in violation of the article 21, that is right to life, and also a violation of article 14, that is right to equality. Okay, so somewhere this is also seen. Besides that, whenever a woman is subjected to marital rape, then the it is considered that the woman has got no right to consent. Okay, she has got no right to consent about the sex. Okay, so this is something that has to be looked from sociological perspective. So there are various theories of rape that has been given. Okay, so when we talk about theories of rape, there are biological theory. In the biological theory, basically it is the biological way in which woman is made, the reproduction process that the woman goes through allows many men to justify the rape. Okay, next is commodification theory. In commodification theory, we basically consider the rape as a way to get property, okay, from the woman. Okay, it's like woman is your property and you can do anything with her. Okay, similarly there is a control theory. Control theory says that the woman is to be controlled by the men, because the men is one who dominates, because it is said through our patriarchal structure. Okay, in our patriarchal society we tend to consider men as dominant. Okay, and as a result we say that men should exercise control over women, and woman has no right to deny sex after marriage. So this all these justify marital rape. Okay, and somewhere we fear that once marital rape is criminalized, okay, so this may lead to breakdown of the entire social structure. Okay, entire social structure of the marriage. You already know there is a breakdown of joint family system. So if the entire base on which the marriage is there, if it breaks down, it becomes very difficult. This is how sociologically you can relate, and you can write your answers with regard to marital rape. um, there are certain datas also which has been given here. Various theories of rape has also been explained, and definitely it will help you get more marks if you add the marital rape to the patriarchal ideas. Next is about the transgenders. Okay, so recently we saw this article which says that separate toilets have been made for transgenders at metro stations. Okay, this you can use as an example that how empowerment has taken place, and how in society we are trying to prevent gender discrimination. See, gender, earlier it was female and male, but now it also include others. You might have filled up various forms, etc., and you will find the option of others. So somewhere when you allow transgenders to have their right, you are preventing gender discrimination, and transgenders are also a part of this gender discrimination. So recently, this in New Delhi, separate toilets were made for transgenders, and definitely it's a very good idea to promote gender equality, and to allow these transgenders to grow in a society where they have been discriminated and socially stigmatized from a longer time. So in sociology, we have transgender theories in sociology, where you can relate, there are two phases. In the very first thing, whenever a person said that we are transgenders, or we are gay, or we are lesbian, we believed that these people are psychologically impacted, they are deviant. See, what is a deviant? A deviant is one who is deviated from the normal path, okay, from the conventional path. What is conventional path? You can either be a male, you can either be a female, okay. This is what is conventional path. But one who says that no, I don't want to be a male, I don't want to be female, I am a transgender. Okay, so it was considered in earlier society, that is before 1990, it was considered as something that was deviant. Okay, that is a deviant, and they were criticized in society, they were looked down, they were considered to be mentally ill, etc. But later on, after 1990 and until present time, we find that no, these people are not one who are mentally ill, or they are not deviants, rather they are a part of society, and they face something different. These, being a transgender, a gay, a lesbian, is a part of a natural phenomenon, it's not something that is different. Okay, and next you can also relate it to George Herbert Mead's idea of identity, I and me. Okay, and you can relate to C.H. Cooley's looking glass self theory. Okay, transgenders always suffer from the problem of identity crisis. They are not supported by the families, they are not supported by the friends, neither they have proper, this positive discrimination ideas in the constitution, all these. And also they have very bitter experiences in terms of their daily life. They face a lot of discrimination wherever they go, they are looked down upon. You might have seen in this real life. So in this way you can relate it to sociological perspective, that how there was a growth in sociological idea from gender deviance, we moved to gender difference, and how transgenders face the idea of identity, looking glass self theories, and experiences, also social experiences. So all these you can relate, and you can add the example of how Delhi Metro has now made a separate toilet for transgenders, which is a welcome step. And so you can relate it to paper one topic of stratification and mobility, where we talk about equality, inequality, hierarchy, okay, and poverty and deprivation, that how this particular group they face discrimination. And also dimensions of gender, as I've already said you, there's transgenders are a part of the gender discrimination. And also you can relate to social change, that how such law can act as an agent of social change. So the same thing has been said here. You can just go about the article. Okay. Next is women's marriageable age. So recently a debate has been there that should we increase the manageable age of girls to 21 or not, and Union Cabinet has recently given its approval. Okay, so a lot of ideas has been there. There's a positive aspect to this idea, that why women's age should be improved, and then there's a negative aspects as well. Okay, when we talk about the positive aspect, definitely it will lead to lower maternal mortality, it will lead to increasing nutrient consumption of women, it will lead to increasing and better career opportunities for women. Okay, all these. But when you look into the negative side, you will find that all such ideas can lead to marriage instability. Okay, the marriage will be unstable. Besides that, it can impact the number of children. If you marry late, obviously they will like to have less number of children, and this can ultimately affect the fertility rate. Okay, and obviously the risk of divorce is also there when we marry late, because if sometimes, see, nowadays women, if they marry at the age of 18, when they are not having a proper job or something, they are bound to be in the marriage. But it's good also that if the woman can go against their marriage in case they are domestically tortured, or sexual harassment is done. So this is something that has to be seen. Okay, so this topic has been in news, and you can just add sociological dimensions to it. The negative and the positive can you can write in terms of the latent and the manifest functions of Merton. Okay, in the latent you can also write that it can lead to rise in unwed mothers, because consensual sex is allowed at the age of 18. Okay, so this is something you can add on to. So this topic is related to paper 2, that is systems of kinship in India, marriage and household dimensions, that how if we increase the marriage of age of woman to 21, then how it will impact the family. Okay, how woman can have a say in the decision making process. If woman earns, she would be definitely having a say in the family. Okay, and then you can also relate it to the population dynamics, that is the emerging issues of reproductive health. Okay, that how if the woman is allowed to marry at a later age, she can definitely somewhere have a better health status. She would be, there will be less chances of maternal mortality, all these. Okay, so fine, these are the few articles that we discussed with regard to current affairs, which are sociologically important. If you want to have an access to the magazine, you can click in the description in the link below. You will get access to the magazine, and if you have any queries, you can visit our website. You can join our sociology channel as well, where we basically guide you regarding the preparation. Okay, and the sociological channel is sociology and social issues. And you have any other queries with regard to our courses, you can always visit the you can always mail us on the email ID mentioned here. Thank you.